it's really interesting. The conversation I had last night and the conversation I had this morning with two of my girls kind of had a very similar theme, which was interesting, but obviously not, right? But we were talking about healing. And we were talking about how we're making like the conscious decision to heal ourselves from whatever things have happened to us in our past, whatever traumas, whatever struggles, whatever challenges. Like, we made the decision to heal. And the reason we made the decision to heal is because we want to, we don't want to pass on things to future generations, onto our kids, onto their kids, and so on and so forth. We want to heal now and break that cycle so that it doesn't continue on as like an ancestral generational thing, right? And we all kind of recognized that it's once you'd make that decision, you can't go back. So before, when you weren't like aware of your need to heal, you could hide, or you could stuff down the feelings, or you could do things that kind of made those feelings go away. Maybe it's drinking, maybe it's some other substance, maybe it's food, whatever it potentially could be. You're doing something to push down those feelings so you don't have to deal with it, right? And deciding to heal is a beautiful thing. Like, that is incredible that you're wanting to do that for yourself. But the hardest part about it is, like I said, there's no going back. So you're gonna go through some shit before you heal those little pieces, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's not like one day you wake up and you're healed, right? It's a process, and it's a journey, and you're gonna continue to heal bits and pieces of you along the way, but it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to go through shit to get to the awesome, right? And it's hard knowing that that's how it has to happen and that you can't go back. But the thing with healing that's really incredible is that you're making the decision to break the cycle, to break those ancestral, generational issues that maybe had never been healed before. You're doing it for yourself, obviously, but then you're doing it for your kids, you're doing it for your children's children, and so on and so forth, so that the healing then gets passed along. But if you're working on your healing, whatever that looks like for you, I know it looks very different for different people, but whatever you're doing to work on that healing, know that there are going to be moments where you feel like you've hit a wall. There are going to be moments where you feel like maybe even more depressed or more anxious, or in a place where you don't feel like yourself. And that's normal. And it's because you've woken up to all of the things that you've been dealing with, and now you have to face it. And while that sucks, it does, it's also super incredibly important and beautiful all at the same time. So if you feel like you've come to that place where I don't know if I can keep doing this healing thing, like, that's usually right before that big breakthrough, right before that big healing moment of whatever it is that you're currently working on. So keep pushing, keep going through, make sure that you have the proper help, and that includes therapy. Huge proponent of therapy, ladies and gents, or working with a life coach, and probably, do therapy also and work with a life coach, because you probably have some awesome goals in your life too. And so, yeah, just keep pushing through, and know that on the other side of things, you're breaking the cycle. You're doing amazing, incredible, sacred work for generations to come. It's a beautiful thing.